Hey, it's Steph. Thanks for watching today's video. I have an update for Deck of Panning. This is a super fun project panning game created by Emily. Her channel is Emily and Max, and everything will be linked down below in the description box. Emily took inspiration from a To Be Read game from Books with Maddie and created a game board with different prompts to help you pick products to work on. You use a deck of cards and you randomly pull a card when you roll something out, and her game board has everything you need to know. So like I said, it will be linked down below. We do monthly updates on the 20th, and it does go from January 20th to December 20th. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do mostly panning content, which means I am actively working through my collection that I already own, trying to get really good use out of things and finish them up. I am on my second no buy in a row, so I love games and panning projects that help me work through my collection and meet some goals. If that sounds good to you, I hope you subscribe and of course give this video a thumbs up. So typically you work on 5 items at a time, and I have done that this last month. The first item I want to talk about was for the prompt chopping block, and it is my ColourPop Winnie the Pooh collab. This is the Sweet as Can Be palette. It is so stinking cute, and really that's the only reason why I hold on to this. It is on the chopping block because of all the warm tones inside, and I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 10-pan palette, and there are like 4 sequin shades in here that are like the mattes with glitter inside, and I just do not like those kinds of shades. So that's why it's on the chopping block, but I wanted to use a specific shade. It is called Honey Tree, and I wanted to use this 8 times because I had pulled an 8. I used the numbers from the card that I pulled to determine how many uses I use each product. So at the last update, I had used this 6 times, and I had a really good dip forming, and I was able to use it my 2 additional times to meet my 8 use goal, but I also hit pan on my 8th use. So I was very happy to have a bonus pan in my collection. I knew like this was really easy. It's a very soft, more like a satin shimmer shade, and it's very easy to hit pan, honestly. And if you haven't noticed, I did take out a few shades. These, I guess there's only 3, but these are the mattes with glitter in them, and I just did not want to deal with that. I could have also gotten rid of these 2 shades, but who knows, maybe one day I will enjoy warm tones, but it's highly doubtful. So this palette is rolling out of the project, and I will be picking a new card to replace it. The next prompt was for whole collection roulette, and that was super fun. I randomized a product from my spreadsheet with everything in my collection, and it picked my... Am I sitting on it? Yes. It picked my Becca Champagne Pop. This is just this mini highlighter from Becca in the shade Champagne Pop, and I had picked a 7, so that was my goal. This already had pan in it, but it was a really like baby pan, and so I was excited to get 7 more uses on this product to expand the pan a little bit, and I definitely did expand the pan, but I've only used it 5 times, so it is staying in the project, but the pan has expanded, and I'm really happy with that and how it looks, but it is staying in for 2 more uses. I could have used it today, but I mean, then I would have only had like 1 more use, and then I probably would have just rolled it out and cheated, but I'm okay with it sticking around for 2 more uses in this project. Next was letter, which is a random letter generator, and I randomly got the letter A. So I picked a palette from Alter Ego. So the A is an Alter Ego. This is the Sakura palette. And this is just like a springy palette for me. The packaging is obviously like springy cherry blossoms, but this is kind of like my favorite way to introduce like springy colors in more muted way if you're not familiar with my preferences, but this is what the palette looks like, and I wanted to use this No Pan Left Behind, and I was able to do that. I actually split up this palette in a few looks. So I did a look with all of the green tones that'll be on the screen. I did a pink look, and I think I split up the neutrals into 2 different looks. I did meet my goal, and I am picking a new card to replace that one. The 4th prompt that I've been working on is cool toned, and I rolled in this beautiful cool toned pink liquid blush. This is the Blursh from Made by Mitchell, and it is the shade Cold Heart. I had pulled a 5, and so I only had to use this 5 times, and I did. Just really nice color for spring. I used it as underpainting, but I also used it on top of my foundation, and it's just like such a beautiful little pink color. So that was super easy to use, and it is rolling out. And then the very last prompt I had was liquid or cream, and I rolled in my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. It's a lip product, and it is the shade Istanbul. This was for a 7, so I had to use it 7 times, and I did. Again, this pink is just so nice for this time of year. It's a beautiful pink color. If I have pictures of just this, I don't remember if I have a day where I was only wearing this. I do. I think I do have one. But I typically top this on top of other lipsticks, and I could have done that today easily, but I felt like this lip went with this shirt a little better than a bright pink. Also, my hair is a little poofy today, but it's so flat. Like, I really want to find something that gives me volume. But yeah, I actually wore my hair in like a braid, like a Dutch braid. It's like an inside out French braid, down the center of my head overnight, and this is what it looked like, and I think I like it, but it's a little poof ball-esque, if you know what I mean. But I have to pull 4 cards. This is going to be a lot. I'm pulling up the game board, and I forgot to mention this. The face cards don't change throughout the year if you're familiar with this project, but the number cards is what Emily shuffles every month. So even if you get the same card as last month, they're going to be different. So I have 2 jokers here. They're like a little baby and a little boy on a bike. So I'm going to pick the little baby. If you're not familiar with my cards, I use cards that have like Claude Monet art on them, and every time I pick a card, I talk about the art a little bit, which just makes it a little fun, at least for me. I love looking at the art. So let me shuffle this. I usually shuffle while I'm explaining the game board, so I don't really know what to do with myself right now. I am a decent shuffler. I can do like the bridge and everything like that. I used to grow up playing, what is it called? It's like a multiple person solitaire. I forget what it's called, but I actually used to play that with my grandparents here in this house. If you guys didn't know, my husband and I, my family, we live in my grandparents' house. We bought this house from my grandma in 2020, actually, and yeah, we've been here ever since, kind of updating things. It was very much stuck in the 70s when we bought it, but yeah, I love being in my grandma's house. So 4 cards. I'm gonna split the deck, and I apologize for my nails. The first card is King of Diamonds. This is the Houses of Parliament, 1899-1901. And the King of Diamonds, I have a hunch, I think what is it? Oh, no pan left behind. That's fine. I think last year it was like hit a pan. So no pan left behind works out great for me. Next is the two of diamonds. Oh, that's upside down. Two of diamonds. This is the Jerusalem Artichoke Flowers 1880. So beautiful. So the two of diamonds is metallic. Okay, I have quite a few items that could either be a metallic eyeshadow, it could be packaging, it's metallic, it could be a few different things. Oh, I love this one. Eight of Spades. This is the Boulevard des Capucines. Capucines. Sorry. 1873. So the Eight of Spades. Whole collection roulette. Again. Am I on the right board? Because I feel like... No, the whole collection roulette last time was a 7. Okay. That's fun. That's fun. Last card. Joker. So Joker means like, are you joking? I have to pan this? Like, really? So something you really don't want to pan. It could be a sentimental item that you're saving. It could be something you're saving for a special occasion. It could be like a duplicate, like you're already panning. I think when I did my Joker last year, I was already panning a red lipstick and not using it. And so I rolled in another red lipstick to punish myself. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's do my roulette. So I am 99.99% sure that this is accurate, that I have everything in here. Let me pull up a random generator, number generator, and I am screen recording, so let me go to my whole collection roulette here, and I have 247 items to pick from. Number 229, Catrice. So the Catrice Friends Lift Each Other Up palette. I am working on 2 shades in that, in my Pan Those eyeshadows. I guess I could do No Pan Left Behind. I'm already working on it. You know what? I want to reroll. I hope that's okay, because I'm already planning on doing No Pan Left Behind with that palette because I have it out already for my Pan Those eyeshadows. So let me generate. This is going to, why did it reset? This might bite me in the butt. 230, another eyeshadow. Oh, no, it's my Catrice color corrector. That's so boring. I use that every single day under my eyes. Am I allowed to re-roll? I'm using it anyway. I'm sorry. I hope you guys are okay with this. I'm just gonna re-roll because I use this project, you know, to work on other things, and I'm already working on that. 153. Okay. I hope y'all aren't mad. Okay, this is fun. My P. Louise base in the Purple Passion. Okay, let me go grab that. I will be right back. Okay. I have my things. And I'm just going to talk about the Joker first. So I had a really hard time with this, actually. I actually looked for a lipstick that I really didn't like, and I can't find it. I don't think I got rid of it. It was a lipstick that I decluttered to my mom, and she gave it back to me. And literally when she gave it back to me, in my head I was like, are you kidding? Like, I don't want this. But I thought I kept it. But anyway, And then I remembered something that I think you'll see before this video, but I recently did a get ready with me and I randomized every product that I put on my face. I got inspiration from Gabriella Francis, and so I did like a random wheel for every step. And the foundation that my wheel chose, I literally had that reaction. I was like, are you kidding? Like, I laughed. I think I laughed in that video. And it is the Il Makiage foundation that my mom recently decluttered to me because it was too dark and too yellow for her. And she is darker and more yellow than I am. So you can imagine what this looks like on me. This is the shade 040. Okay, let's just take a look at this. Am I going to drop this on my floor? Probably. Are you kidding me? My goal is to finish this foundation, and it looks like this on me. It doesn't look bad from that far away, but look at that match. It's terrible. So I'm definitely gonna have to mix things with this to make it work for me. Like I said, I used it in that video and I seem to like the formula. That's the only reason why I took this from my mom's declutters, because I was really curious about the formula. You see this foundation like all over the place. At least you used to. I don't see ads for it much anymore, but I do see windowing. So I'm gonna say that's where the starting point is. And hopefully I can move through this pretty quickly, but I have to mix it with other things so it won't be like a full use. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Let's move on to something that will be really easy for me to use. And it was for the Two of Diamonds Metallic. I'm rolling in this single eyeshadow from Tarte. It is the Tarteist Metallic Shadow in the shade Shakedown. And because I go by the numbers, I only have to use this 2 times. I do have a really good dip. I would love to hit pan in this at some point. It's not going to be within 2 uses. I used this like 50 times in my graveyard project pan one year. I think it was 50 times. No, it was 30. I think it was like 30 because of graveyard. I like to do 30 uses in that. So here it is swatched out. It's just a really pretty bronzy metallic shade. And it's a great like one and done shadow too. So it will be super easy to hit 2 uses. Okay, for the 8 of Spades, I got whole collection roulette. And hopefully you guys don't hate me for like re-rolling, but I wanted something really fun, and it was the P. Louise base in Purple Passion. Let me swatch this as well. It's going to stain my hand, but that's okay. Here it is. It's just a beautiful purple. And I think it will be fun to create looks with this in the spring and summer. And I have to use it 8 times. That's a lot for something like this for me. So I'll probably use it as a base under shimmers. I could use it as like a graphic liner. Probably the only 2 ways I can use it, but yeah, it'll be good. I have to wipe my, yeah, it stains my finger pink. And then obviously I'm not talking about these in the order that I picked them, but the last card was the King of Diamonds, which was No Pain Left Behind. And I'm gonna roll in my Profusion Ethereal palette. I just used this for the first time this year. I used 4 shades out of the 20. So I have a little good head start on my No Pan Left Behind. I'll put the picture of the look that I just created. It was for Bingo of Shame, which is hosted by my friends DW from Deb's Beauty Diary and Andy from Makeup in the Mundane. They do a challenge where they use, well, it started by using palettes that they have not touched, kind of like Bingo of Shame. You have it, but you haven't used it. That's like what's shameful about it. And you do a palette bingo with 5 to 8 shades. And they just did that with the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. And I don't own that palette, but I did randomize the shades from like a photo of that palette and then tried to dupe the shades with my collection, and I found the shades in here. So that should be pretty easy to do No Pan Left Behind, and I feel like the shades are going to be fun for this time of year for sure. That's it. I hope you enjoyed. I'm very nervous about this foundation. I'm working on 2 other foundations as well, so that's another aspect of the Joker. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up, and of course, if you're not subscribed, stick around and hit that subscribe button so I see you all in my next one. Bye.